Nongelam ka Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee uberertar MP ka Shillong Parliamentary uba Vincent H Pala umla ban claim the candidate ba unchem ba yo ba wat na wai ni kit khot kibla rang ba pha ha ka party kata uba Charles Pingrop bloit ulami lang rangkat u Dr Mukul Sangma ban penyasno bat ka seng Trinamool Congress.
We all aware of the situation. Actually, this is not the first time, it was there before. We expected that things will come like this, but honestly we didn't expect Charles also will be in the group. That was a surprise to me. I personally spoke to Charles and he admitted that he also will be joining the group, and I think we as a party, we will fight. And we have our legislators here, Kong Amperin. I will also like her also to give a few bites on this, because we will be asking the time, and from the speaker, so we will be meeting him. We will be submitting a petition also to the speaker, and at the same time we will be having a meeting here at 1 o'clock with all the MLAs, and maybe in the evening later with MDCs, because many of them are in their own constituencies. So we'll fight back very hard. To me, I think it's not a surprise, except honestly Charles, which I did not expect, and I had a high regard, always trust Charles, and the rest I know that they will be going. So I think
Habakran berkilat patai Khubor hayeng sa jong hadin bala mi pau kani ka Khubor uba Vincent H Pala upau ba ka Jingiapait hak party kadai ka ba ula ap Khmih Lynti tang ba shim la poi perkhat bagi dekhot kum ki jong uba Charles Pingrop kin mi lang no na ka party habai dei ba ka jing mi no jong ki dekhot na ka seng hapo ka jingilam ka jong u Dr Mukul Sangma ubadeiru u nongilam jong kaliang persya hapo ka yeng dorbar tawan uba Vincent ukam ban nangni syakamat kandai ka thongba thongsan ya ka party barok we ban don kam manhar pinsu thu shakin bait ba nongkerchan ya ka party kumno banang penklain pat ya ka hadin habot chuchu uba Vincent upen pau ban nakaliang ka party jong ka congress ha ka jylla kinyam jungmut baru bat kinong esaj an krang bakin la ban ra ya kani kamat Jingimi ne pet seng hadu kayeng bishar.
I personally, because I personally expected this to happen, whether today or tomorrow or one day it will be happening in election. So honestly, we all prepared. When I went to Garo Hills also, we all prepared. That's why we have taken a few people from Garo Hills. That's why we already inducted them, so that it will not be a sudden. So people from Garo Hills also, they are with the Congress. When I went also, many of the senior member in the party also, they said that we will be with the Congress. We will not follow the leaders, we will follow the Congress. So I personally think that there's a scope for a few people who left the party also, but definitely there'll be a damage done to certain areas in Garo Hills where Mukul, who was a chief minister and been in the party for so long. But there also be a little bit of surgence of the Congress, especially in the east and the north and the south of Garo Hills. So I think the damage will be done in Garo Hills, not only to the Congress, the damage will be done to the family also. So I personally think, because the Congress in Garo Hills has become only to one family. So they have taken all of them, sometimes their brother-in-laws, relatives and all. So there'll be a scope also for other people to come back, and they have already come back. Many of them, they already called me, they contacted me. So because I knew that this will happen, so we have already gone, we have already done our work properly. So I don't take it as a setback, I take it as a challenge. And every challenge, sometimes you have to go down, sometimes you have to fight stronger and come with a new plan, a new technology, a new system. So that's why we have done very fast in enrollment. We have done very fast in our youth enrollment, because I expect that this will happen. So we have already took steps so that we strengthen the party. We are in the process. Whether they go, because many others also will come to us, and as far as I know, even those who left us also, they will leave the Trinamool, they may join some other parties. So I don't think that will be a setback for us in the long run. Now maybe for some time people will think that Congress has been divided, but I'm sure that we'll come back very strongly. Rather, many people who called me from Garo Hills said that now I should go to Garo Hills and reorganize. As far as Khasi and Jaintia Hills, I think I don't think that much, because a few MLA left, and in their own constituencies will be a challenge for them. It's not because of us, because many of the peoples, I think, they want Congress to come next because for better governance. So I think it will be a big challenge for us, but the challenge, we have to face it, and I'm very confident, I'm very sure that we will overcome the challenge. Madam Amprin, today we discussed, actually very unfortunately, yesterday so many people called me, but I was on tour from block to block. For the last 3 days I was in tour in the villages and entire Ribhoi areas I've covered, and East Khasi yesterday I covered right from Penursla to Mauplang to Nongkrem and to Baronis Constituency Melem also. So I've covered all the areas. I've seen that many people are very enthusiastic with the Congress. They said we want the Congress to come back, only we have to give them a good, candidates who have clean image and all. So that's all we are trying to do that. So I don't think that it doesn't mean one or two people. Last time also so many people left the party. If you see last time also, I think 9 MLAs left the party, and 3 senior MLAs, even the Deputy Chief Minister and all left us, and some of them, the Home Minister did not contest, the Deputy Chief Minister did not contest, the ex-president of the party did not contest. We would have been in a very bad position, but you see the vote share, we still got very high. We did not come here. We did not. Rather, we won 22 because 2 elections were there. Yeah. So I don't think that it will be a big setback, but definitely we'll overcome it. See, if you want a direct and honest questions, I'm telling you, Doctor leaving the party, it's not because of me. It's only an excuse because of me. I was in touch with many of our friends in the other parties also. So I knew that he already contacted BJPs also. BJPs also told me. But somehow BJP were not very keen to take him at that time. I knew that even much before my appointment also, he was in touch. So he was on the verge of leaving the party at that time, because I think people who have been in power for so long, suddenly when they are out of power, definitely there will be lots of uneasiness amongst them. And this government is, especially the NPP government in Garo Hills, I think they become stronger compared to his strength. That was one of the reasons, I think. So it's not because of my appointment. It's only an excuse of my appointment. Otherwise, things have been always started before. Actually, his representative and others, they've been keep meeting the BJP and other parties also. But after the election in Trinamool, maybe Trinamool, even Trinamool contacted her also. Trinamool contacted me also, honestly. Trinamool contacted many people also. But we don't succumb to the pressure. We don't succumb to the other ideas or offer whatever they say. So I think, but he succumbed to that. So I think it's not a surprise for me. I don't take it as a relief also. I don't take it as a burden also. But I take it as a challenge with all of us will fight. Me alone, not alone. We have got the MLAs, we've got the MDCs, we got the party workers are very strong on the ground. So ultimately it will be not the leaders who decide. It will be the voters and the party workers who work hard to decide. So it's only 1.5 years we are going for the election. Rather for the party congress, I think since they have gone now, it will be have a lesser damage, because why? We still have time to prepare, reorganize ourselves, projecting new candidates. So I think it's a challenge. I don't say that it's a relief. I don't say that it is a loss or so. So we take it as a challenge, and together we'll fight it. Legally also we'll fight. Yes. We are already in touch. That's why I kept you busy, because we are in touch with our lawyers. Legally also we will fight. We will consult our lawyers. So soon we will also do something after the meeting with all the legislators and the MDCs. We'll take a collective decisions. So legally also we'll fight. How can the mandate was given for the Congress? They were only a candidate, and suddenly they want to betray their voters. I don't think the voters also will be happy. So we'll fight both legally also and politically also.